Hey folks, this is Chris Crazyhouse here again on another Thursday night, drawing my butt off. Yes, here we are again folks, and tonight I will be doing some traditional drawing in my sketchbook, and I'm going to be drawing some demons. Yes, I know just from saying that, a lot of people who are very religious, whether you be a Christian, Jewish, or a Muslim, you're running for the hills right now just from hearing me say that. But let me just do a little preamble to my art video here. When I talk about demons, these are just another version of monsters that you find in fantasy. Okay, this is not something this has nothing to do with religious context or religious connotations or anything from the Bible or the Quran. This is purely me just drawing some monsters that you might find in a fantasy like Dungeons and Dragons, or maybe World of Warcraft, or Elder Scrolls or something like that. Okay, that's all this is. As a matter of fact, one of the main inspirations for me drawing these creatures tonight is, if anyone remembers, back in the 80s there was this toy line called, let me see if I can remember what the name of it was. I think it was like Dragon Riders of the Sticks, and it was a toy line that was made up of like several different versions of the toys. Like they had like little mini figurines that didn't really move that much, almost kind of like little green army men, but it was knights and barbarians, and they had, on the bad side, they had like dragons and monsters, and they had little demon characters too, they had like little black ones that had furry legs and swords, and they had other ones that were like all red and would have like spears or whips or whatever. And later on, as they developed this toy line, they moved into doing like bigger figures, like figures that were kind of like the same size as the G.I. Joes from the 80s. So I actually had those toys, and I would actually incorporate them into my like little G.I. Joe adventures, because they had like dragon men, they had like demon soldiers, they had knights and stuff like that. So I used to incorporate those into my G.I. Joe adventures as well, or I'd make up my own little stories in my own head with the action figures. So it was always the G.I. Joes, my superhero toys, Dragon Riders, and like Visionaries and others. All the toys are basically like the same size, like Robotech action figures. I would always incorporate them all together and make my own little adventures. So that's what I'm going to be doing tonight, folks. Just drawing some demon, monstrous characters from like a toy line like that, or maybe from any type of fantasy series. So don't be too alarmed if you are a religious person. This is not to scare you. I am not a demon worshiper or Satan worshiper or whatever. And there's also going to be no hidden symbols or agendas in this video, so don't look for any subliminal messages that are going to corrupt your mind or the minds of your children. So that's just a preface to what we're doing tonight. This is all creative fun. Just like I drew the dragon last week, I'm drawing some demon monsters this week. So I'm going to be drawing 4 of them on this one sketchbook page here. And you can see some of the thumbnails that I did, just kind of warming up to think of like the style I want to do here. And that's what we're going to be doing tonight, folks. And I will do it all traditionally in my sketchbook. I will color them in pencil, and then I'll color them in with some markers. And I'll do 2 demons first, and then I'll do another 2 after I have like the little break period in between. So stick around. If you want to sit back, listen to some music, and watch me draw, you can do that. If you want to ask any questions or talk with me about anything in the live chat, about anything that's going on in entertainment or wherever, we can do that. And we're going to get started. I'm going to hit that intro. They're going to jump right into drawing some demon warriors. Let's go. All right, here we are, folks, at the halfway intermission point, and we can take a look here at these two demon creatures that I've done so far. As you can see, I did one where, you know, he has kind of like the bright pinkish. I actually used a color called fuchsia for doing the main skin color, but I used a lot of dark browns and everything to kind of fill in the dark spots where his shadows would be. And then he has kind of like a bright, almost like purple pinkish fur that goes around his head and around his forearm. So very almost ape or simian looking, but that's kind of like what I was going for. Actually, I've been doing a lot of research into small primates. I don't know why. I guess because I just find it fascinating. Like, I saw them at the zoo not too long ago, so I've been doing more research into them because I just find them very fascinating, just how they operate and move. So I incorporated some of that into this design here. You can see, and you can see he's using kind of like a bone sickle. So instead of just like a regular metallic sword, it's kind of looks like it's made out of like a bone or something like that. So very ugly and vicious looking creature. And towards the bottom, you got an even meaner looking one that takes more of the classic red color. And I made like his hair kind of like a dark shade of like red and brown, mixed a lot of that stuff in there. And he has kind of like some wings or coming off his back, but he has that classic red devil type skin. So that's why, you know, this one is a little bit more cliche than you normally would see in this genre. But, you know, just having fun here drawing some monsters. So I hope you've enjoyed seeing what I've drawn so far. And the next ones, since I've covered a lot of the page with these, I'll just be drawing some like just some faces in the little, you know, blank spots in the negative space on the page there. And I'll do like some close-ups of the face. I'll do like a front face and maybe a side face. That way you guys can see two different versions of some more demon warriors on this page. So before I get to that, let me go ahead and just say, if you guys are looking for some great holiday gifts, you can always go to my online store at the Crazyhouse Store Envy, and I'll post a link to that in my description box as well as the comment section. And you guys can go buy all my original comic books, coloring books, stickers, and posters, which are available now at the online store. There's also lots of great gear that is available now on my Teespring store. So t-shirts and some other things like iPhone covers and stuff like that are available now on my Teespring store. So if you want to support the channel, that's a great way to do so, and also to get a great gift for you or one of your family members. Also, if you want to support the channel, you could always become a Patreon of Chris Crazyhouse. I'm always appreciative of seeing you guys there. I like to release like sketches and artwork before it comes out. I've been doing that a lot more recently on my Patreon. So if you become a Patreon of Chris Crazyhouse, you'll see a lot of early release stuff that no one can see yet and has not made it to the public domain at this time. But that's what you guys can go get, as well as some other great things, like you can get original artwork that you can get on your desktop, your laptop, or the background of your phone. You could also download coloring pages that are only exclusive to my Patreon. And if you are more of an artist that creates things, you can download clip art and original artwork that you can use for your own original 2D games or 2D animation. You can do that as well, all on the Chris Crazyhouse Patreon. So I'll be playing a little short ad for my Naturally Cute Fantasy coloring book, which is available on Amazon.com. Lots of great, all my coloring books are actually available there on Amazon. So if you guys want to get them there, you can get them there as well. And the links for that will also be in the description as well as the comments section. I'm going to play an ad for Naturally Cute Fantasy, and then we're going to get right into drawing some more Demon Warriors. Let's go. Alright everyone, here we are at the final version of these Demon Warriors. Like I said, I wanted to draw some more close-up shots, and I started out with this one here, just a front face shot of this demon character with the purplish skin and the bluish hair, hair and ruffs around his face and at his top of his head. He has horns, but one of his horns has been cut off, so he's not too happy about that, even though I don't think demons like him would be happy at all because they're always grumpy and always mean looking. He also has some piercings going on here and there. So just wanted to make a little very mean looking monstrous demon face there and try some different colors. Try some cooler colors for a change because when people draw a lot of these demons, sometimes they go with the warmer and the hot colors. Want to try some cooler colors as well, just like they used to do for the Dragon Riders of the Styx toy series, where they tried some of the characters having purplish skin or blue skin or something like that. Also, I tried another one here, a little side version of this demon. He has blue skin and his horns are almost in like the green spectrum. And I made sure to keep his hair more like a gray and black. I didn't get a chance to draw as much of it because I couldn't fit them all into that spot, but just enough to fill that space there and just to get in there and have some fun with a little side version of his face. So I hope you guys enjoyed seeing me draw these monstrous characters. I hope I didn't scare you off too much. I'm sure someone's going to run off somewhere and say Chris Crazyhouse was drawing some demonic or satanic things on his channel. Don't go to him, unsubscribe from his channel or whatever, right? I can accept that. That's fine. But like I said, this has nothing to do with religion or wanting to call down some sort of evil spirit. This is just me drawing some fantasy characters. The same way I draw dragons, monsters, snake people, and everything else. These types of characters are all in the same vein for me. Okay, so hopefully you enjoyed it. I enjoy drawing them traditionally in my sketchbook. I always enjoy trying out different colors and using different colors for skin tones and not just using the same skin tone markers that I always use for drawing skin tones and stuff for normal people. I enjoy expanding and doing different colors and stuff like that on different types of skin. So that's why monsters is always a fun subject matter for me when I draw. So I hope you guys liked it, and I hope if you are not subscribed to this channel that you will do so. And also make sure you go ahead and like this video, and make sure you go ahead and share it with anyone you think that will appreciate my artwork and my art style. Hopefully this won't scare them away and make them think that you're crazy or that you have been worshiping some sort of monstrous or demonic entity from another dimension. Hopefully it's just someone who enjoys fantasy as much as I do. Anyway, guys, Chris Crazyhouse signing out. Peace.